Hey guys, this is absolutely crazy. We're just a couple of days into the Switch 2 launch and somebody's already hacked the Switch 2. This is unbelievable. Let's get into it. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon. I'm Blaze2K, your old buddy Blaze, covering Nintendo Switch 2 news every day, multiple times a day. So please like, subscribe, really helps out a lot. Also check out the links in the video description for the best Switch 2 cases, accessories, all the good stuff, especially the JSOX ones. Use code Blaze2K to get money off your order. And don't forget to check out our 24/7 Nintendo Switch 2 Hangout stream. It's live right now on my channel page, link in the description as well. If you just want to have a great place and meet fellow Switch 2 gamers, right, head over there, come say hi. So just to give you a quick summary, basically a day after the Switch 2's launch on June 4th, a developer named David Buchanan discovered a userland return-oriented programming ROP exploit. And this exploit allows the console to display custom graphics like a checkerboard pattern by manipulating the existing code on the system's memory. It operates in userland, meaning it only affects the user level software, not the core system like the kernel. It doesn't grant full control or basically allow you to run unauthorized programs yet. So what does it mean for the average gamer? Let me just explain. So basically this exploit, for most Switch 2 players, this exploit doesn't change much right now as far as hacking is concerned. It's like sneaking into a locked room to draw a picture on the wall. It's a small trick, but not a full break-in. You can't play pirated games yet, you can't run custom apps yet, or overclock the system with this exploit. It's mostly a proof of concept that shows that the Switch 2 does indeed have vulnerabilities. Are we going to see a Switch 2 hack soon? It's not the hack though that unlocks the console for practical use. Nintendo will likely patch this out soon, so it may not affect your gaming experience. But basically, will the Switch 2 get hacked soon? Well, the exploit is a first step. It's a first step into getting the Switch 2 hacked. But a full hack, like a jailbreak or custom software, or even, dare I say it, the P word, is likely still months or years away. Now, if it happens at all, deeper hacks require a lot more complex code, obviously, and hardware modifications, potentially new vulnerabilities that maybe they've not found yet. Nintendo's quick response with firmware updates could close the gap pretty fast, and their improved security measures, and they've made a lot of comments about how secure the Switch 2 is. Let's just take a look at a couple of these articles. Nintendo warns that it can brick Switch consoles if it detects hacking or piracy. We've seen this article. Don't expect the Switch 2 to get cracked anytime soon. This was on May 31st, as Nintendo reportedly has some serious protection against hackers. And then you see this unauthorized software running on the Switch 2. Nintendo. Basically, if the Switch 2 gets hacked, this will become a reality. As you can see, Pokemon Arceus, which is a Switch-only game, running on the Steam Deck, or your gaming PC, or any PC that can run games, right? This is a Switch emulator. Thanks to the Switch 1 getting hacked, obviously, I'm able to do this. Now, this is a legally owned game. I own the actual cart, and I dumped it to my PC to run on the Steam Deck, just because I like playing Switch games, emulators, other emulators, and obviously PC games all in one system, so that's why I like the Steam Deck, that's why I did this. But obviously, having the main console, the actual Switch console, is obviously more preferable, and especially now the Switch 2's out, it gives me more reason to play games on the new hardware. And yeah, basically this could be a first step in seeing this thing get hacked and running on other systems like the Steam Deck, which would be absolutely wild. Now, if you don't know, obviously we're going to talk about the original Switch getting hacked. It was hacked relatively early in its life cycle due to a hardware flaw in the NVIDIA's Tegra X1 chip known as the Fusee-Geli. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, exploit. But the unpatchable vulnerability discovered in 2018 allows arbitrary code execution by exploiting the chip's USB recovery mode. It basically enabled homebrew software, custom firmware, and piracy on all early Switch units. 2017, obviously, early exploits like Pega Switch showed potential for homebrew, but were limited. 2018, the Fusee-Geli Show 2 exploits were publicly disclosed, enabling full system access on unpatched switches. This led to Linux running on the console and homebrew apps, and you can just imagine how panicked Nintendo were, and just imagine how panicked they are now with basically this code running. I mean, I know it's small right now, like it's like running into a room, breaking into a room and painting something on the wall right now, but it's the first step that there are vulnerabilities in the Switch 2, and it's pretty worrying. If you're a Nintendo employee right now, you must be quaking in your boots. Nintendo are probably furious. This guy is going to Nintendo jail. The Nintendo lawyers are already getting ready to to sue this guy. Nintendo patched later obviously patched later original Switch models, Mariko and OLED versions, making them harder to hack with software. Mod chips like HW Fly and Pico Fly emerged for newer models, requiring hardware modifications, but no major software exploits were found for these later models. And there's now obviously new game cards like the MIG Switch, which is basically a game cart with a micro SD slot that you basically fill up with ROMs, legally owned ROMs, and cycle them. Every time you pop in or out the cart, or if you have the V2 version, just press a button on the cart, open a game slot, press a button on the cart, and it basically loads up the next game in the list, and it'll allow you to play Switch backups, right? Not pirated games, Switch backups. Obviously, that's the thing now with Switch, and it runs with basically any Switch. Switch OLED, doesn't matter what model you have. Basically, this original Switch has been hacked to death at this point, and this is the point of this video. When will, if ever, will the Nintendo... sorry, that's my Steam Deck, my bad. When, if ever, will the Nintendo Switch 2 get hacked? Well, this is the first step, and it's pretty well to see. Let me know how you feel in the comments. Are you looking forward to the Switch 2 getting hacked? Do you want to run all your game backups on other devices? Do you want to play Mario Kart World on your Steam Deck, on your gaming PC? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear. Anyways, either way, Nintendo must be absolutely crapping the bed right now. I know I would be. After literally a day after releasing a brand new system, only to hear reports that somebody's already managed to get in places that they shouldn't have and start running software on this thing that is essentially unauthorized. Now, obviously, it's not root level access. They can't obviously run on unauthorized apps, homebrew, all that sort of stuff. But it's a sign that this thing isn't as bulletproof as people made it out to be. Anyways, I'm Blaze2K. Please like, subscribe, click the bell icon if you're excited for Switch 2. If you're interested in Switch 2 news on your homepage every day, multiple times a day. And yeah, check the links in the description as well. Like I said, to our 24-hour Hangout Switch 2 stream, which is a cool place to hang out. Stay up to date on all the Switch 2 news, game releases, game launches, chat with other community members, stock tracking, and all that good stuff. And yeah, check the JSTOCKS links. Use Blaze2K as your code for money off your checkout. But yeah, have a wonderful day. Peace out. Let me know what you think. Is the Switch 2 already hacked? Is it going to get hacked soon? Or are we going to have to wait for years? Is it ever going to get hacked? Well, this is a worrying first sign.
Let's go.